Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, let me introduce my name first. My name is Neva putrayaska, and I'm here to with the name of A067. And in here, we'll present about the process of material language development, especially the key four key fracture procedure, like selecting, creating, designing, adapting, and also evaluating. And here's a quick review about for key procedure. Selecting creating is about to choose material that matches system level, and designing is to creating material using design existing systematic models, and adapting is to modify existing material to fit to the needs. And lastly, evaluating is accessibility, assessing the quality of material, especially the cultural. Okay, let's just get into the first one, selecting and creating. Also, this presentation, I'm using a few source material that can be found in the Googles, and in this case, the selection and creating it's by Nazim and Ahmad from 2017. I will also I will only say about one for the theory, although there are more than one theory that use it in the source. But I will say I only use one for the example in the presentation. Okay, just back to it. The theory used by Nazim and Ahmad is the wait I forgot. Okay, principle of congruence by Metzen and Bowen in 1978. It is about the necessity of matching materials to the specific classroom environment and learner goals. And there's a syllabus integration is by Cunningsworth, but in 1995, and it's about ensuring material fit the administrative and pedagogical constraint of the institution. And lastly, it's about student criteria by Graves in 1996, focus on the appropriateness, language level, student motivation as the primary drivers for the selection. And the research method used in this case is a mixed method. It's to review conducted at the Nigerian University involving the questionnaires and also semi-structured reviews, interviews with 15 instructors. And the result is material were found to be misaligned with student actual academic level. The grading of difficulty was inconsistent, and the recommendation is to were made to involve teachers more directly in the selection process to ensure practically fit. The teacher must be there for the selection process, so it will make sure that the material is actually fit for the student. And let's go just next in the design and material. Well, we it's used sourced by Asori in 2015. The theory were used by him is the constructivism by Piaget and Vygotsky. It's about the theory that materials should facilitate the active learning, where students build a knowledge through experience. And there's also test-based designing material activities that require genuine communication and information care, solving rather than just doing a repetition. And lastly, interactive strategy theory is to focus on the design material that teach students how to clarify, seek info, and also interact effectively. The research method used in this case is the analysis of pre-training versus post-training. It's about interaction within a design English course for graduate student, mostly graduate student. The result is initial material design often lack authenticity. Like post-training results showed that especially design interactive tasks significantly increases student engagement and fluently. In conclusion, effective design must bridge the gap between classroom language and also the real world use language. The next is the adapting. It's by Mr. Hanifa Yusuf Yusra and also Hardy in 2024. The theory where they use is the fit concept by Tomlinson in 2011. It's about adaptation is defined as changing material to improve the effectiveness for a specific group, only for specific group. There's also a flexibility principle by Malay, also in 2011. It's about no textbook is perfect, so teacher must act as a developers to make external material internal to their classroom. And there's also techniques of adaptation, includes addition, omission, modification, and also simplification. Okay, the research method used in that source is the qualitative study involving classroom observation and teacher interview. But in this case, is in Indonesia secondary school. The result is addition and omission were the most common technique. The teacher adapted material primarily due to low student proficiency or lack of time, just there's no time. And also there's a danger identified, like excessive omission of difficult tasks, often resulting in student losing out on critical thinking development. And let's just get into the last one about evaluating by Putra and Musin Rongsi in 2021. The theory they use is the Shelton checklist in 1988, a systematic framework for evaluating textbooks based on accessibility, layout, and link to the syllabus. And there's also pedagogical effectiveness, the theory that evaluation should not just be about what in the textbooks, but also how the book facilitates learning. It's not just about what inside a book. There's need to be other perspective like how the book facilitates learning. Just don't grab yourself on just what in the book. There's also form versus function. This theory is about evaluating whether material protects grammar, the form, or at the expense of communicative ability, the function. The research method used by Mr. Putra and Mosing Rose is the content analysis and qualitative evaluation of existing ELT that already been there, like forward for vocational like school. And the result is evaluation frequently so that global textbook fail to meet local vocational needs. Like the result is highlighted a lack of integrated skill like just speaking and listening in many evaluated modules. Also, the evolution act as the trigger for the next cycle of development. And the conclusion is the development cycle is the material development. It's not just in a linear path. It will continuously looping. Whether using different or what is just looping. And selection on and grading is to this selection and grading is the set of foundation. The design and adaptation is the provider the classroom content. And lastly, the evaluation is to ensure quality and inform future section. And personally, for my thought is that the teacher role as a developer is as important as their role as an instructor. Well, there's technically nothing different between teacher and instructor, but I think instructor is more deep than teacher. I think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.